Greetings, people. This is Keith and Modesto, and I'm doing a little bit of testing. I was building a tree farm, an automated tree farm in my Let's Play world, using Minecraft Reloaded for its machinery that plants and harvests plants. So in this case, it was oak trees, and then some thermal expansion machinery for engines and energy cells for supplying the energy to the machines, to the manufacturing machines that require energy. Okay, so, and because it was a tree farm, so it needed power, and I thought the simplest way to do it would be to use the oak wood, the logs that the tree farm was producing to burn in the steam dynamos. So I'm using steam dynamos. Just put those in directly, so I don't have to bother with the step of turning into charcoal. And after I was wondering, because it was taking a little while for it to build up wood. As I was getting things going, how much more efficient would it be? I thought that probably, I probably would get more power out of charcoal, but of course you have to use some energy to make the to turn the logs into charcoal. So how much more efficient would it be to turn some of the logs into charcoal and then use the charcoal to power everything instead of just using logs directly? So I set some things up here to test it, and I thought I would share, because it turns out I think that charcoal probably is a lot more efficient after you take the time to build the extra machinery you need. So I've got all this stuff here. First off, we have these two side by side are going to compare how much energy do you get out of 64 oak wood logs versus getting how much energy you get out of 64 pieces of charcoal. These energy cells are all empty, so all we have to do is, see, they're empty, so all I have to do is grab our stack here and put it into the dynamo. Here we have an aqueous accumulator supplying water because these things require water as well as something to burn, right? And then we're going to grab the charcoal, this stack of charcoal, put it in this one over here, and then after these things are done burning through all their fuel, they're gonna charge up these cells to some extent. We can just directly compare, how much more energy do we get from a stack of charcoal versus a stack of wood. Now, of course, I expect that the stack of charcoal is going to make more, but so then further we want to know, if you just put in 64 pieces of wood here, you get a certain amount of energy, and over here we're going to put in 64 pieces of wood also, but instead of going directly, these 64 pieces of wood are going to go directly into the steam dynamo. Here, they're going to go into this redstone furnace that's going to turn them into charcoal, and then the charcoal is going to go into the dynamo, right? So this is going to capture the fact that we're not just going to, the charcoal's not going to come from anywhere. It's going to come from the logs that the farm is producing. So this is more like the setup that is going to actually, that I'm actually going to build, that I'm going to finish building in my Let's Play world. All right. So, and I have this piece of coal because before this redstone furnace can actually start producing charcoal from the logs, it has to have some energy. So we're going to compare these three setups here. This one, instead of using a redstone furnace, we're going to use a vanilla furnace just to compare, how much better is it to have a redstone furnace, if it is. Okay. So, but I want to have a baseline. So we're going to throw in the coal first, so that all three of these energy cells will start at the same point. And so we kind of have to jump start the thing, since this thing has to have energy to run. In fact, oh, I was supposed to put that in the dynamo. There we go. Derpy. Okay, so then we're going to take this, and this, oh, I need another, did I not, oh, charcoal. I needed another piece of coal. I guess I just forgot to put a piece of coal in here. I only had one piece of coal, didn't I? Yeah, okay. Well, we're going to put this should be good now. Okay, so here I need the same baseline here, so I just forgot to grab another piece of coal, so let me do that. So I just want one piece of coal. I tried to have this all set up, but I just forgot that for some reason. Okay, let's delete this extra coal we don't want. Okay, so I'm going to put one piece of coal in here. Okay, and let that go. And then we put that charcoal in the furnace. So here I'm using 56 and 8 because to simulate the fact that this charcoal is being produced by the oak wood logs. So we have, this is like a stack of oak wood logs, but we've turned 8 of them into charcoal already, so that it has some fuel. And of course, I didn't bother with the part where you somehow have to get the oak wood, the charcoal that's been being produced back into the furnace also to keep it fueled. That of course makes things more complicated than this is over here. Anyway. Get rid of this again. Okay. Anyway, so we got everything burning here. This is still going, isn't it? Oh, this is already done. But that one's still going. And this is, did that already finish too? Those, oh, did I never, oh yeah, that's right, I didn't put, I just put the coal in this, so I need to put the oak wood in this one. These, I guess I did this one already. Yeah, I did. Okay. And this one's going. Okay, so everything's working. So I'm gonna do a cut after this is all, after they've all processed. This one's already done. That one's still going, and that's going, and that's going, and that's going. So after it's all done, I'll come back and we can compare the energy levels in these hardened energy cells and see which one did the best. I'm guessing it's gonna be that one, but we'll find out. Actually, it's probably this one because some of the energy is being used here to actually produce the charcoal. Yeah, that one will do the best. I'm guessing. Anyway, so I'll be back in a moment after this is all done. All right, people. All the steam dynamos have finished burning through their fuel and charging up their respective energy cells. So let's go ahead and see what the results were. So here we have, this is the setup that just burned through 64 oak logs, and it produced 284,000 RF units. I don't know what to call those things. Red flex. I guess we'll say 284,000 red flex. Okay, so I'm going to put a sign down and write that down. 284, 123. Okay, so that's how much that one did. This one, 1,532,000. 1532. 1532. 123. Is that right? 1,532,000. I think I have an extra zero. 1,532,000. Yes, I think that's right. 1,532,000. Yes. Okay, so that did a lot more. I don't know if you can really tell. Do I want to bother with these signs anymore? Well, anyway. Okay, so this one also did. This one did the same thing. Only it started out with one extra, with a piece of coal. So this got higher. So we got 315,400. 315,400. 315,400. Okay, and this one, 1,437,000. 1,437,520. I'm gonna round that off. 1,440. 1,440. We'll say 1,440. 1,440. Okay, so that is a lot more. That's more than twice as much as that. And this one, 1,300,000. Oh, 70. So 1,370,000. So I think you can see. I think it's pretty obvious here that. See, so this one should be most efficient, and it was 1,532,000 versus this, which was 1,440,000 approximately. I rounded it off. Now, one reason this is less is that it had to use some of the energy to Well, the reason it's less. Now this actually started with a piece of coal, so it started. This energy cell started with more than this one did, right? So this one ought to really be higher, but it's lower, and the reason is it had to use some of the energy up in this redstone furnace to produce the charcoal. But it's still, this is a lot higher than this is. This one also started with a piece of coal, so we should compare these two. And this is more than twice as much. Is it 3 times as much? It's almost 3 times as much. This one over here also really high. So charcoal, even with a vanilla furnace, this is charcoal's a lot better. Now, apparently a redstone furnace is significantly more efficient. Also, so I probably want to use a redstone furnace rather than a regular vanilla furnace, even though a redstone furnace takes more resources to create. And not only is it more efficient, but also this one you're going to have to deal with getting the charcoal into the bottom of the furnace, to keep the thing running. Whereas this one, you just hook it up to the energy cell, and that's a lot easier, right? You don't have to pump any fuel into it. You just hook it up to the energy conduit. Anyway, so that gives you an idea. I suppose I could crush these numbers further. Like, let's see, this is a little less than 300,000. So this is like, so basically this is 5 times. If you're not worrying about having to produce the charcoal, charcoal is 5 times more efficient. It looks like, right? This is this is like 1,500, and this is almost 300. So it's more. I think it's more than 5 times more efficient. Yeah. All right. Well. Now this is a little more realistic because it's taking into account the fact that you have to spend some energy to get the charcoal from the logs. But still, it's a lot. It's a lot more efficient. This is like 3 times. So it went from like 5 times more efficient to 3 times more efficient. So I think that is the way to go. So you can see the numbers here. You can see the numbers and actually do the actual exact calculations if you want to. Right. So I guess that's a wrap. The verdict is charcoal is better than burning the logs directly. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great day.